it's time. Who are they going to send? 3 likely candidates. Maru is coming out right away.
Oh, man, I love this song. Fantastic
song.
Fantastic song. And, yeah, I was not expecting him on this map. Deadwing. But maybe they just want to end it now. They don't want to risk it going to the ace match. They want to shut it down and go home early.
Yep. Well, you know, I feel like Maru is not a bad pick.
He's the best pick of all, but it's just about when do you use the ace player for your team.
Well, it's scary if he loses because then your 2 last candidates that you could choose from are both Protosses, and Protosses is a viable or a volatile matchup where you don't want to make that your last life sometimes if you can avoid it. But they're confident sending Maru out on this map, which kind of surprises me because we're talking Deadwing. I'm feeling like Maru's definitely going to be hoping they get vertical spawns here, not cross spawns.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. Closer the better for Maru. He can be aggressive in this sort of situation. Obviously, cross map, it's going to be a little bit harder. It's going to give Protoss a little bit more time, especially herO, to get into that scary army with Colossi and his incredible gateway units with upgrades.
Yep. Looks like he wants the heat adjusted based on how he's looking right there. Man. He definitely called someone over for a moment there.
He's freaking out.
It's really, really tense right now. That's how I'd feel if I found out my opponent was Maru right away. I was thinking I was going to face him later.
Well, I mean, Maru did beat him down at IEM Taipei. I'm sure that's in the back of his head.
Yep, that's true. Well, it's time for the rematch. Can he do it? He needs to force that final match here. All right, guys. herO versus Maru. The map is Deadwing, one of our larger ones. And it looks like we're going to go into it right away here. herO, the last man standing. Got to keep his cool. Quite literally looking pretty hot in the booth right now. All right, Moonblade, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So let's get this show on the road. herO versus Maru. Top left in the red. It's herO for CJ Antis.
Bottom right, the ace player for Genetic, it is Maru. Recently took down herO in a best of 5 at IEM Taipei.
What was the score? Do you remember? Was it 3-1?
Might have been. Might have been. It was, some of the games were just absolutely insane. I forget the exact results from
It's
that
tough to remember
match.
everything.
Yeah, but they were crazy, crazy match. Such a stacked tournament. It was a lot of fun.
That was a great tournament. It was a lot of fun just to see the stories unfold there. So many great players, and I feel like when you have a region like Taiwan, so many more players will travel to it because it's so close. It's
especially Korean players. Yeah, man. Like it was just completely stacked for that reason alone. Same kind of things you see in Chinese tournaments. There's just so many Koreans that will go over. It's like a couple of hours flight away.
Yeah. That's why WCG's in China, so they can limit the amount of Koreans who can go over there.
Yeah.
But we'll see how this this game opens up. As I said before, ideally vertical spawns for Maru, and that's what he gets here.
Yep, that's what he gets, which is perfect sort of situation. We are seeing that gas as well, so it's likely going to be Reaper.
Wow, look at this stat, by the way. 0-5 PDT for Deadwing in Pro League. That's kind of nuts.
herO versus Maru, 8-7.
Including unofficial matches, which refers to like online tournaments, as well as individual league stuff, not just Pro League.
So that's pretty interesting. It's kind of interesting that Protoss has done so horribly on this map as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that because the way that the meta has been for so long has been mid-game is for Terran, and then if you get to late game, Protoss seems to be quite strong there.
Maybe it's because it's so open. The map is so open, so it can be kind of awkward engagements if it's out in the map. Like Vikings can get a good spread and get a nice position against Colossus, and It's hard to say exactly. We are seeing that nice early game first-person view.
Yeah, check out the difference. The big difference you can look at between these two players is actually the graphics settings for Maru are actually set quite higher.
It actually looks, yeah, it looks fantastic to look at.
But for herO, he actually has his graphics set on, it looks like low. At the very best medium, I mean, he's trying to keep it simple.
I think that's low. Like, I think just about everyone plays it on low. Very rarely you'll see someone playing like medium.
Yeah, I think Maru's playing on a little bit higher, though, than he is.
Yeah, I think he might be playing on medium. It's kind of funny to notice, actually, something I wouldn't really pick up. But yeah, his screen looks a lot prettier. And you know what? Maybe if... I mean, as a Zerg player, you don't normally want to play it as medium because the Zerg gets... the creep gets a little weird. The higher the sort of graphics, the more it moves around and it's harder to see stuff on it.
Yeah, sometimes... you know, not at the pro level, not with you know, this sort of computer setups that we have here, but if you're playing at home, sometimes that can, the higher graphics settings can mess with your frame rate. The more units get on the map, the more units are fighting. So that's one reason why you see certain players pick certain settings. Often players argue that it's easier to see cloaked units at certain settings as well.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, either lowest or medium. I can't remember exactly which one. But yeah, there's a lot of reasons why, and generally it's the lowest simply because it makes everything simpler. Yeah, straightforward. When
I used to play in the Wings of Liberty a lot, I played on low most of the time just because I thought it looked cool because it looked so simple. I was like, I could run this on anything.
Yeah.
Well, this game has started off as textbook as it gets. The Reaper does kind of wait back here a little bit. See the plates being demolished, and the factory is up. So some pressure potential here for Maru.
Well, essentially, identical build from herO to last game. Going for that robotics facility first. No doubt going to be playing super defensive with multiple observers, kind of covering all that airspace, stopping what Maru has installed, which is going to be the bio mine in the Medivac.
Let's see how he does a Twilight Council this time. I don't think he's going to show one. It actually looks like the Reaper's going to be denied anyways pretty early here. Trying to get that probe. Good micro by herO. Pulling that away. Love that we could see that all the way in FPV.
Yeah, and we didn't actually see Maru see much else, but if he was watching last game, he could probably have a bit of a safe assumption that, okay, it's going to be similar in builds. And we already see the bio move out in the map. They're not going to be applying pressure to the front.
Or leaving that one SCV on depot making duty. Making sure that it doesn't get supply blocked. There's that one sentry again at the natural. Or rather at the ramp leading to the natural to make sure you can force field anything that tries to run in. So, you know, it's looking very, very similar in almost every way to last game. We didn't see the fake Twilight. We see the Bay. We see a Warp Prism this time. We did not see that last time.
Now, this is a pretty cool idea, actually. Warp Prism, always good at counterattacking. If we do see like a lot of bio pressure on the map, like 3-4 Zealots warped in, can just completely disrupt a base for mining for so long, especially this early in the game. And this drop already got spotted. It's going to boost in, but it's going to running into 4 Stalkers. And still going to go for it.
Yep. And ooh, doesn't even get a shot off with that first one.
Oh, and the second one.
Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no! He's going to lose that Mothership Core. That is expensive.
Oh.
Does get the cannon off at least, because if he had lost that before he got the cannon off, then he would have just probably lost the game, but that still really hurts.
He would have taken a lot of damage if that went off without the Nexus cannon. Great little victory there. I'm sure he was not expecting that one. Maru finding a way in already.
Yeah. Let's see what this Warp Prism gets done. It's actually spotted here.
Yeah, he kind of ran into it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's going to get deflected by an awkward Marine positioning.
I think he's going from bad to worse here.
Blink on the way now, and first Colossus nearly out.
Double Forge on the way, too.
So
you're looking very uncomfortable, but he's just got to stick to his guns here, just try to recover.
The same build as last game. Down to a T.
He gets his range much faster this time, which is going to delay his second Colossus, but I like this. I think it's much better this way.
Here comes the drops.
Oh, God. That could do a lot. Good pulls.
Oh, man. If he was just targeting, but he saves the mines, which is probably more important at this point.
That was tense, Moonglade.
That was so close. I thought the one on the left was going to get like 5, but he wasn't focusing it, I think.
The Warp Prism's on patrol. just to spot drops. Could always use that later for a little bit of backstabs. You know, those Zealot Warp-ins. Whenever the Terran moves out, could just send some Zealots on the main, warp in some additional ones to force that turnaround. Maru keeping his worker count pretty even with the Protoss, which is never a good thing for the Protoss. You always want to be significantly ahead in workers if you can. So he's been using his Chrono Boost on other things. He's been using his Chrono Boost on his Forages, on his Colossus before that.
Ooh,
2 Widow Mines coming in, no defense.
Oh, the Blink-in is good, and this should be okay. Only one probe going to go down this time. Forces everything off the mineral patch for a little while, though.
Third Nexus goes down. And we do see another drop loaded up. herO, that pile into the bottom right, almost certainly going to be used for Zealot run-bys later on in the game. Stim's nearly done, which means that these drops can become a lot more dangerous, with Marauders and Marines now coming into the mix as well. This is no longer just going to be 4 Stalkers blink over to deal with the problem. He's going to need a lot more than that against these hefty, bio-heavy drops. They're about to have combat shields too.
Yeah, double Medivac going towards the main base. There are Stalkers in position to blink under it. Got to be very careful. There's going to be 4 Marauders actually in these Medivacs.
Yep, 4 Marauders in this, plus the 8 Marines, and Stim. Stim goes down. He's going for the Forge. The Colossus needs to get over here. Nexus Cannon goes down. And Combat Shield's about to finish here. He's going to get that first Forge. That's huge. Upgrade is denied. It's going to cost him a lot of bio. Meanwhile, his Colossi are exposed. Oh, no. And this Nexus is going to go down as well. He's going to have to cancel that.
Yeah, that is way too much damage. He's actually getting rid of all the Zealots.
Yeah, he warped in those Zealots to die. The Nexus is not canceled.
And he cannot be blinking on top of this. That's too many Marauders. He's just simply going to lose the game
He's
from
falling
here.
apart. He's crumbling under the pressure.
Oh, my God.
Ew, some cute Warp Prism micro, but I'm afraid that's not going to be enough to get him back into this game. A few more Stalkers warped into the danger zone.
Oh, it gets the Warp Prism.
Crowd goes nuts here in the studio.
That is game.
Maru, look at the look on his face, man.
He doesn't even care.
He doesn't even care. That should be it. Jin Air is going to join SKT in the finals on Saturday. herO, the look of defeat on his face. He knows it's over. He's going to have to type out. Fighting with probes. Warping and Sentries the last of his gas. GG. Maru does it.
What a catch. And classic Maru style, you know, running in with bio, taking out the Colossus when he least expected. Very solid win there.
Very solid indeed. Maru never wanted to celebrate too much a victory like this. herO seemed to suddenly fall apart there at the last second. Maru's pressure just became too much for him.
Yeah, well, I think he was too worried about saving that Forge. He wasn't paying attention to the 2 Colossi that were completely exposed by themselves, mind you. Like, nothing there to buffer for them, which is pretty weird in itself.
Yeah, that Nexus certainly isn't going to protect them.
No. Like,
and it also went down.
Yeah, neither is the probe that was building it. And, I mean, like, there's nothing else there. Like, one drop, like, a 4 Marauders could do a lot of damage to those 2 Colossus. So, a bit of an uncharacteristic mistake.
I think I just think he fell under the pressure of how intense this moment is when you have to play against such a great Terran like Maru. And that's again part of the reason why I voted for Cure beforehand. I just felt like herO is the type of player to make uncharacteristic mistakes when all the cards are stacked against him, basically. When there's the most pressure you could ask for, when you're the last player standing against these 2 great Terrans. Well, that's the end, and it's going to be Jin Air. They win with a walkover. They win with a hard-fought game, and they're going to face SKT in the finals. CJ, better luck next round.
Yeah. Out in bronze position, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's going to be a fantastic match on Saturday, Wolf. I'm so excited for this one.
Me too.
SKT versus Jin Air. Couldn't ask for a better sort of finals. And I think it makes sense. Both teams are so stacked currently with really well-performing players. Here's an overlook of today's matches. Rogue taking the first 2, then Biel clutching against the Bailing All-In. herO on Foxtrot Labs, taking out herO in a massive stomping one I have not seen in a while. And herO taking down herO, and then Maru winning it all.
Closing out on Deadwing, just out pressuring herO. herO died to pressure. That wasn't even designed to kill him. But Maru is just so good at this multitasking, so good with that type of aggression. Maru is great at killing Colossi, whether they're just because they're exposed or because his micro is so good. He's going to find him and he's going to kill him. Then that closed out our series there on Deadwing. Even though Jin Air had 2 lives left, I just was feeling Maru there on that map. He did it, and he did it well.
Yeah.
CJ putting up a good fight, but just the lineup of Jin Air I feel is just too strong in this format.
I agree. Yeah, when I looked at the CJ lineup before this, I kind of wondered what they had outside of like herO and Biol. Like the other players, they're good, but they aren't doing fantastically right now compared to Rogue, Maru, and then you got SOS and herO as backup, which are also doing fantastic in certain matchups. And then Terminator was also a massive threat, who I think specifically to herO.
I feel like CJ really lost out a lot in the Game 1 Hush pick as well. That was a bit unfortunate.
A massive loss, yeah.
And from there, they're just behind. That was the only real snipe-type strategy we saw from CJ. They didn't really show us any of their special magic that we see them do, sometimes in the past.